I believe right now that the Lord is drawing us into intimacy. John 15:4. Abide in me and I in you, as the branch cannot bear fruit of itself unless it abides in the vine, neither can you unless you abide in me. You know, we have so many, I believe right now that the Lord is shaking us up, not only the entire earth, but like he's really shaking us up as a church body as well. And he's revealing, he's bringing to the light the things that we didn't realize we put our hope in, that we didn't realize we put our trust and our security in. And he's teaching us to abide in his presence, to keep him as our sustainability, as our source, as our security, to lean on him. And I believe right now it is so important to abide in intimacy, to cultivate something with the Lord. Because at the end of the day, you take everything away. You take away numbers, you take away money, you take away all of these different things that we rely on. And at the end of the day, it will still only come down to one thing, and that is Jesus. And do we know him? Do we know him deeply? Do we know him intimately? And I think now is the perfect time, even though there's so much chaos, there's a lot of confusion, there's a lot of pain. And it's not that we're trying to ignore that pain. We see it, but we take it to God, and we know that there's a higher reality. His reality is the higher reality, and we get to partner with him and what he is doing right now, because what he is doing is something really, really sacred. Because I believe in this abiding, in the abiding presence of God, us in him and him in us, that he is cultivating something in our spirit's womb, if you will. That he's cultivating something, that something is growing inside of us that will be released. And if we are not intentional with this time, if we don't cultivate this time properly and intentionally, it's not that we have to be super intense about it all the time during this time. It's just the fact of he wants vessels that he can breathe in. He wants a landing pad that the Spirit can come and land on. And if our hearts and our minds are occupied with, the things of like, oh, I'm tired of this quarantine. I'm ready to go back to work. I'm ready for this. I'm ready for that. Go, 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 go. That's the thing, is that the Lord is not in a rush. We are. But the Lord works outside of time. And our timeline doesn't always match up with his timeline. But right now, we get the beautiful opportunity and invitation to come into alignment with him, his timeline, to rest in the Lord, to cultivate intimacy with us, and to hear his heartbeat, to lean on his chest, just as John the Beloved did, to hear his heartbeat and come into alignment with the things that he's thinking and the things that he is doing, because it's far greater than anything that's going on around us. It is far greater than anything that we could ever try and find our security in or our confidence in. And so right now, I just encourage the entire church to just absolutely cherish this time with Jesus, to ask him, Lord, is there anything else that I'm putting my confidence in other than you? If so, Lord, reveal it to me. Bring it to the light. Bring it to the light so I can put my full hope and my full security in you. Cultivate something new in me, Father, so that I can be in alignment with you, God, and I can release what you would have me release on the earth, God. Because the Lord is doing something. He's shaking us up. He's shaking up our idols. Idolatry is not just, a golden calf. It's work. It's money. It's social media. It's Netflix. It's each other sometimes that we begin to idolize. And I believe he is, he wants to reign supreme king upon our hearts. He wants the throne of our hearts back, even the church. Not just in the earth, it's the church. That he's longing for the bride to come to him so he can love on us and make us pure and spotless. And I believe that the Lord is about to birth something huge and release something huge on the earth. And I believe that he's about to cover the entire earth with his spirit, that he's about to just pour out all of his healing oil, his balms all over the earth. And that hearts are waking up, hearts are hungry for him. And they're turning to him, both in the church and in the world. People who have never experienced God or have known God before, they're starting to get hungry. They're starting to wonder. And so if you're watching this right now and you've been feeling a hunger stirring inside of you that has felt insatiable, that you're like, I don't know where this is coming from, but I am so hungry to know this God that I've never known before, then I just pray over you right now, and I ask that, Lord, whoever will be watching this, Lord, whether they've been walking with you for years or whether they are new to you and they are hungry for you, God, you always feed those who are hungry. You always feed those who come to you, God. You always give a drink those who are thirsty, Lord, and you are the well that will never run dry. And so I pray over you that you have an encounter with the Lord during this time when you are quarantined, when all of your securities and just everything that you ever put confidence in, all of these things are starting to crumble away. And you're questioning what is going on. Let me tell you, you were made for something more. You were made for someone more. You were made for the love of God. You are hungry for intimacy. That is what you are hungry for. Jesus is the desire of all nations. And I believe with my whole heart that people who don't even realize how hungry they are for the Lord, they don't even realize that they desire the Lord. I believe they're starting to get that desire inside of them. And the Holy Spirit is drawing them unto himself. So just let God prepare you right now. Rest with him. Cultivate something sacred. Ultimately, Jesus just wants to love on you. He wants your heart, wants your life, he wants your world, because he knows he's not only sovereign, but he is a beautiful, wonderful, trustworthy Father. And he wants to shake us of all the things that we think will help us, but are only hurting us. And he wants to transform us and give us life, and life abundantly. So I bless you in that. I bless you in this time of quarantine. I bless you in this time of rest. And I declare that the best is yet to come. You don't even know. The best is yet to come. Put your hope and your trust in Jesus and only expect greatness from God.